What's happening? Uh, man, this is fucking freaking me out, but it seems like potentially we got another SHTF situation, or STHF or SHTF situation, extraction. And shit hits the fan extraction with Morgan Freeman's supposedly 33-year-old mistress that died. You know what I'm saying? Which it's crazy because it's too perfect, man. You just don't die in an exorcism getting stabbed by some crazed shooter or some crazed guy when you're 33 and you're connected to this dude and all this and you're just high profile like that. Just don't work that way. But you might have your death faked. I mean, like, see, Morgan Freeman, he was even in that movie with the asteroids coming out the sky where he was the president and they were going into the bunkers. They were going into the domes, the deep underground military bases, like Dulcie and Rob Schneider. I think the dude's name, Rob Schneider? Phil Schneider, the dude with 3 fingers who he said his fingers got shot off by an alien. You know what I'm saying? So Morgan Freeman is connected through that movie. What was that called, man? I can't remember what the name of that movie was called. Armageddon, maybe. Or it was something to do with asteroids, man. And he was the dang president. And that kid who was Frodo Baggins, man, was in it too. I think him and his girlfriend survived down the back of a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? All these predictive programming movies, but I'm not it could be just an actual sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have that much fame, you gotta enter through the blood sacrifice club. Look, there's a dude named Black Child. He makes good videos on it, and the other dude named Sackcloth and Ashes. I mean, I can't remember. His name's like Karu Romani or something, man. Something weird like that. But this dude makes good videos about stuff like that too. Or the dude who made this this video, man. If you never saw it, it's called Breaking the Oath. It's about Tupac. Everyone needs to see that, man. That's a heavyweight jam right there. And the other dude, even the dude who uses that terminology, heavyweight jamming, unplug him. That's another good channel that, it seems like these people are all on the same similar page with this with the code, with the predictive programming, with the sacrifices, with the brotherhoods, in their operations and the gematria and even, I mean, there's so many different breakdowns. And I mean, even in the people's names that are in events, if you go and look at their like Greek definition of their name and what it means, man, I mean, these events even tell a different story. And then if you go listen to these guys who study the numbers and they tell you what the numbers are saying, there's all kinds of coded shit in every different little story, whether it's somebody dying like Brittany Murphy dying in the bathtub, and then her husband or handler was found in the bathtub a year later, just like Whitney Houston was in the bathtub, and then a year later her daughter was in the bathtub, and everyone was partying while they was in the bathtub. I mean, it's strange. I made that video, generational sacrifices, man. And this dude from the Pete Santilli show in the chat room has been telling me to look up Jewish ritual murder on Google. You know what I'm saying? And or he told me a website to look it up at, man. But I didn't. I'm already aware of it anyway, so I didn't watch the video yet. But there's a lot of crazy shizzle in the hizzle, man. That's just popping off, man. You don't know. Like, is this shit hits the fan extraction? And like, look, I just had a 33rd birthday go by a year. That whole year, I was looking over my shoulder, waiting for someone to try to set me up as a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So they can get a record deal, or they can get a job, they can get out of jail or something. You know what I mean? That's how freaked out this stuff has got me. Because, I mean, I know for a fact it's local as well as abroad. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact. I mean, I can't prove that to you. It's something you just got to know for yourself, man. And you'll know that indeed it's the truth, man. That shit's everywhere. I mean, I ain't got to go to your town, and I'll probably start spotting out the same symbolism, because it's a similar schematic in every town. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's like it's like I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. That is a real chain, unbroken chain in the hood. That I know somebody that knows somebody. That's real. It's like I know somebody who knows somebody that knows somebody, and they know somebody that knows somebody. I mean, it's crazy, but it's the shit hits the fan extraction. Like, what if Robin Williams, they took him into the dumps, and he's down there doing stand-up routines for high ups. You know what I'm saying? Morgan Freeman was already predictively programmed to be in the dumps from the Asteroid movie. So he needs his mistress down there. They'll fake his death. You know what I'm saying? Because he's in all the movies. He's Lucius in Batman. This motherfucker, that he ain't dying. You know what I'm saying? But the whole story, is it possibly just a psyop? Yeah. Is it possibly a sacrifice? Yeah. Is it possibly just a psycho, jealous man or something? Possibly. Is it a shit hits the fan extraction? It's man, I mean, the more I keep seeing these weird stuffs, the more, you know, I mean, when you see weird stuff, you're going to speculate, you know, like when you are so dismissive about all these things, or just, something doesn't fit, you know, you're inviting in people's curiosity. They're going to question everything now. You know what I'm saying? Which then, when you go back, and then, now the fact of the matter is, you question enough of this stuff, and you go back and look, and you can find all this evidence of all this treachery and just crazy weirdness, conspiratorial, secret society, devil worshippers. I mean, and Morgan Freeman is most certainly a Gnostic, and if you go high enough in Gnosticism, which is just another form, it's like philosophy and Gnosticism. I'm gonna achieve some kind of understanding through my intellect, my knowledge, and my will, and stuff like that. Look, Morgan Freeman, heavy into this humanistic, Gnostic type religion, and it's a lot of, at the higher circles of that, it truly is. They become Satanists. They it's like power corrupts. You know, they seek this kind of power, and it kind of corrupts them. You know what I'm saying? Because you're kind of chasing this dragon. Because the things that they believe aren't really necessarily true, man. It's vain. It's vanity. They believe themselves to be better and more important than they are. And then they even, you know, I mean, but with these guys, they want to inject themselves with black goo nanoparticles and become avatars and just upload their consciousness into a cloud. You know what I'm saying? And just, I mean, and then literally, that's like The Matrix, the movie, where the Agent Smith keeps popping up out of different people. Well, if you're made out of black goo, if your body's made out of programmable matter, and literally, the computer could just switch you over to someone else real quick. Then after they doing their thing, they can switch you back to you, and that's plausible. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking nuts. Like, I'm looking at the sky and all these chemtrails, and I'm thinking, man, is the sky just one big hologram these days? You know what I'm saying? Is it all just, you know, is it just that, is it that far reaching, man? And it's crazy, man. It seems like they do control a lot of stuff, man. Anyway, I guess, you know, they don't control everything, but they control a lot of stuff, and they're trying to control everything. And a lot of this stuff is just straight up a fiction. The stuff that the general population, the general public believes is literally a fiction. You know what I'm saying? And once you start to go nonfiction, you can't go back to, you don't look at fiction the same way. Because you start to look at fiction and you be like, wait a second, man, they got that technology. Wait a second, man. They've been doing that, man, since World War I, World War II. I mean, when you start looking at these things, man, how crazy it is. The bunkers, that goes way back, dude, to that time. World War I, World War II. the nuclear fear, the Cold War. We got to build a bunker. This is the same mentality they had then, and they act like this is something new. This prepper thing, this it's the end of the world feeling, because I mean it was in a way, even 100 years ago, it was still right on the cusp of the end of the world, basically, from the way it appears things are going, man. I mean, we're here. There's no denying that, man. I mean, the signs are all there. The only thing we ain't seen yet is the mark of the beast and the Antichrist reveal himself, like totally revealed, like for sure revealed for sure. Right now, we speculate: is it the Pope? Is it Prince William? Or is it Obese? You know what I'm saying? Though all three are Antichrist, which means the spirit. They're all the spirit of the Antichrist. It was so. They're all good candidates. And like the Screwface situation could be just a shit hits the fan extraction, and it's kind of like you're faking your own death, man. Like that movie Wild Things with the two lesbian chicks and Matt Dillon, where they fake their death, get a bunch of money, blackmail some people, and then disappear out in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Having escaping with all the shit that you basically frauded. And that's really what their plans are, man. Because, I mean, this is big fraudulent brain rape. Just all this stuff mostly is out here, dude. It's just brain rape and emotional rape. Because they playing with your feelings. Listen, well, either way, man, by acting all the lies they tell you, like, look, they're having a party while Whitney Houston's in a bathtub, and then they have all this weird Egyptian shit happening at her funeral. I mean, it's just, these people are fucking nuts, man. They're into some crazy shit. I mean, it's, maybe they're not nuts, but the shit that they're into is really nuts. I mean, it gets nutty at the high levels. I mean, yeah, look, philosophy and Gnosticism alone, you know what I'm saying? Just listen, just by liking knowledge, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But when you deify that, and you deify yourself through that, it becomes something, vain and stupid, man. It's where things that can be used good go wrong, man. But I expect to see a lot more shit that hits the fan extractions, especially since you've seen the alien hybrid prepper guy who was found dead in his pickup truck, and like if you look his name up, his name in Latin, it said "Go to the bunkers." You know what I'm saying? It's like there's all this crazy codes, man. So we'll just have to wait to see what the people dig up, But I just think it's funny. I think it's possible it could be a Shanghai shit hits the fan extraction. You know what I'm saying? So